What's up, Couchcasters fam? Good evening. It's Tuesday. What day is today?
February 7th.
February 7th, 2023. Bama's got our two new coordinators hired. Underwhelming hires, to say the least. Don't think that's where everybody wanted to go, but we've got some interesting opinions on it now that we've slept on it. So let's talk about it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Couchcasters podcast. I'm your host, Jeff. This is Parker. This is Fonzie. This is Murph. We're hanging out tonight, just talking some trash. So, any news? Any recent news regarding Alabama football that has been on anyone's mind lately? I don't know. Just
some trivial stuff.
Some trivial stuff. Just a few things kind of important. Yes! A few things important. We have coordinators now, offensive and defensive. Tommy Rees. The answer on offense, an old-faced Kevin Steele, the guy brought into the defense to, I guess, restore some balls in that unit, which has been lacking for a few years.
It'll be his third stint, from what I'm reading.
Third stint.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean,
it will be.
He was the D coordinator in 2007 under Saban. Saban's first season, actually, and then
OG. He's the OG DC, baby.
He got demoted the following year in 08 when Kirby took over and was a assistant coach. Left, came back in 2012 and was like a linebackers coach, and left in 14. And
somewhere around there.
And then somewhere along the way ends up being Auburn's defensive coordinator. Then he goes and Miami's defensive coordinator, and now he's back with us for his third stint. So yeah.
I think he's been at every SEC school, or at least it feels that way.
Yeah, it's something like 4 or 5.
I mean, he's been at several in the West.
Coordinator role. Yeah. So
yeah, like LSU, Auburn, Bama. I mean, that's 3 in the West right there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I kind of like it though.
Yeah. Well, it was underwhelming at first. Like I told Parker, it was very underwhelming at first, but then I slept on it, and I was like, he needed somebody familiar, with some attitude. Like I said, in some tough love approach to toughen this group back up, because let's be honest, we've seen tougher defensive units in the past. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Do you think it's interesting that they didn't go for NFL picks? He stuck with college.
That made me happy. I was really happy that he got a college guy for both positions. I was not wanting him to go the NFL guy route. NFL guys are just different. I mean, they're just
different.
They just can't stay out of the NFL. If you get a coordinator for a year or 2 or 3 or whatever, but they just can't stay out of the NFL. Those NFL guys, they always go back to the NFL. So I wanted a younger guy. I wanted a college guy. And from what I've read about Reese, a lot of it has that old school feel with a little bit, of a modern look, kind of an older school philosophy, though. I mean,
I like both hires a lot. I mean, back to Kevin Steele, I think the Jeremy Pruitt news along with that definitely makes me a little more comfortable, especially if Pruitt comes back in some sort of analyst role this year.
Yeah,
agreed.
I mean, they're going to have some attitude again. We won't have Pete walking on eggshells anymore.
Gosh.
We'll have someone that's decisive.
Attitude.
I mean, Kevin Steele had great defenses at Auburn. He did, with less talent.
Yeah, very true.
Well, like you said, Fonz, it's attitude. It's getting a little bit of that little toughness back.
Yeah, that anger. I feel like
somebody ticked off. Maybe we can put a little of the S back in the S&C program.
Yeah.
Not just be the C program. It can actually have some S back in there.
Well, it's like just to compare it to our basketball team. Like when they lose, or get their ass whooped, like they get angry the next game. Like,
Yeah.
and our football game was just missing that,
Yeah. All the
They
time.
lose and be like, well, okay, I guess whatever.
Yeah. That's why I thought this year was just going to be murder ball. Like, because of the way the championship game ended, I was like, this team's going to be pissed off. And there was just no real, like you said, Hunter, nobody was angry all season. And I needed him to play angry. And maybe Steele's that guy that can get in their ass enough that, makes them angry. All those former players.
Do you know why they kind of went with Steele over Pruitt, or was that?
Yeah, I think it's because of the possible sanctions he's still got to face with the NCAA.
Yeah.
Well, and I was telling Jeff a little earlier, I have heard some rumblings, grumblings, whatever you would call it, rumors, within the program. Not from within the program, but people who weren't right for the program. But anyway, that Pruitt is completely okay with taking an analyst job at this time and staying around the program. Now, if there is any kind of penalty for whatever he did, he already sat out a year, so he'd had 1 year left. It'd have to be an off the field role, and he can't have anything to do with any of the players. It's got to be something, I don't know, maybe a director of high school relations or something. I don't know, some analyst role where he'll be
still got his foot in the door.
Yeah, and he'll be like up in the box and he'll be away from everybody. But that's just one rumor. Now, does that have any validity to it? I don't know. Could be. I don't. If I were Jeremy Pruitt, I'd be completely okay waiting in rains to take it back over. Because we wanted him. We liked him when he was here. Now I know there's some things that happened at Tennessee, and he took most of the fall for that. Throw out there for Philip Fulmer. But anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know, and honestly, I don't know enough about the Tommy Rees hire to really say whether I like it or not. He's younger.
Has he done anything before Notre Dame? I really just know him from Notre Dame.
No,
I don't know.
Pretty much since he graduated, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
He's only 30. He was a quarterback for them.
He
was a backup on that team that we waxed in the Manti Te'o team. He was a backup on that team.
Yeah, good for him.
So
yeah, he's
he's worked his way up there.
Yeah,
hasn't had great numbers, but he does stuff different. He runs a college offense. There's nothing too gimmicky about it. He uses his tight ends.
Well,
it's talented Alabama.
That's what I was going to say, Scott. That's the big thing is if we're going to go back to the old school way, we got to get some guys up there. Some what we call the old saying used to be called, got to get your Jimmies and Joes together. We need to bring back the Joes on the offensive line, and then adding a tight end in there who can. Yes, he's athletic and can catch, but we need him to being able to put his fingers in the dirt and blow a D end off the ball if he needs to. So
we need some dogs on that defensive lines, man. The trenches. We need some dogs back in the trenches. We hadn't had any dogs down there.
Well, that's actually another reason I like Kevin Steele. Because his defenses are always linebackers and defensive line. And just mean.
Just mean and nasty.
And I think when you say that, that's completely true. And I think we have enough playmakers in the secondary to take care of that issue. Since he doesn't really focus on the linebackers. The secondary. You have we got Kool-Aid coming back. We have Malachi Moore coming back. We have a lot of experience in the secondary coming back. And then
is Malachi definitely coming back?
I haven't seen
everything
else.
I've seen.
He didn't declare, and the last day to declare for the draft or the transfer portal was. I know the draft was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I think the transfer portal closed at this time. But then again, that rule continues to change. So I don't know.
I read something the other day where when they agreed to do the portal, that it was you're only allowed like one kind of transfer a year without sitting out. But I mean, guys are transferring 3-4 times, like all the time. Like JT Daniels is like on his 5th school or 4th school. He's transferred like 3 times. I mean, it's guys are just transferring all the time. Where didn't he go?
Where he was at West Virginia. Where is he now?
Oh,
that's the better question. Is where didn't he go?
I don't even remember.
USC, Georgia, West Virginia. He's somewhere else now. Yeah,
I can't remember where he went now.
He went to Rice.
Rice, that's it. I was gonna say it was like a one namer, like it wasn't like a state or a like University of or something state. It was just a one.
That's
Rice.
better than
He's
what I
getting a degree. He went to Rice for a degree.
He better.
I mean, that is just.
I mean, it certainly wasn't for the
And remember, out
lengthy
there,
list of NFL draft picks.
internet world, remember this guy was considered a dark horse to win the Heisman last year. Remember that. That really panned out, didn't it? Guys going to Rice. It's like Stetson Bennett. Guy stays in college for 6 years. What do you got? Nothing.
Stetson Bennett.
2 national championships. Yeah, that's all we care about now.
29-1. I can't make fun of him too bad.
Hey, Bama
get
beat him
arrested in
twice.
Dallas every now and then. Well, big deal, you know.
Yeah, who hasn't been arrested in Dallas? Come on.
Hey, he did get the first down before he got smacked into a wall.
That's true.
That was pretty
Coming
hilarious.
soon to Disney Plus.
Special guest commentary by Reuben Foster. See, that's how you hit somebody.
All those gifs they were putting out of the Baker Mayfield footage, and all the things were just like new footage of Stetson Bennett in downtown Athens last night. It was that old Mayfield footage where he tried to take off and they just jacked him up.
Tackled him into a brick wall.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. Those are the greatest clips of all time.
Hey, at least Stetson got 5 yards. I mean, Baker, he made it maybe a step, and that guy leveled him. And that was hilarious. I mean, that was hilarious.
Baker didn't get far.
No.
No, not at all.
Yeah, Baker didn't get very far. That's for sure. That was too funny. That was. So, yeah, and for a minute there when I first saw it, I thought it really was the Stetson footage. And I was like, wait, that looks familiar. And then it dawned on me that it was the Baker Mayfield stuff. So that was too funny.
I thought it was deja vu at first. I was like, did I really dream about Stetson Bennett getting tackled into a brick wall after his 2nd national championship? Just Baker Mayfield.
But isn't that like a Back to the? It can be like a Back to the Future reference. Hey, I've seen this one before. What are you talking about? It's brand new.
I saw it on a rerun.
Rerun. What's a rerun? You'll find about it one day.
You'll find out.
You'll find out.
Oh gosh. Well, I'm with you guys, man. I really like to hire like both of them now that I've slept on it for a few days. Since the world was waiting on my reaction.
Oh yeah. Yes, they were.
But I like the fact we're going to have defensive linemen again, a little bit of attitude again. Hoping that Dallas Turner can really ascend to that next level with, is it Alexander, the one that's going to be on the other side of him now?
Alexander moved to inside.
Braswell.
Yeah, it'll be Braswell.
Okay, so it'll be Braswell out there.
He's a good player too. I mean, I keep saying he's a good player. Good Lord, he's starting at the University of Alabama. Yeah, I think he's pretty good. But
he's all right.
He's all right. You know?
I think he's all right.
Well, another interesting little tidbit is we hired Austin Armstrong from Southern Miss. He was their defensive coordinator.
Linebacker.
But he's a linebacker guy.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have a position yet. Kevin Steele's a linebackers and defensive line guy. Our safeties coach is out, so that might give Saban the in to be the new DB coach, or at least assume some responsibility.
I like where you're going with that.
It's not a bad idea. No.
I don't know if he wants that. responsibility at this point in his career, but something to think about.
The big fella's got a plan. We know that much. Now, what the plan is, we don't know, but the big fella got a plan.
He just tell him, hey, you see how many rings I got on my hand? Listen to me. Yeah. I'll get you places. All right.
Thanks for the like, Robbie Singleton. Y'all know him?
I do. All
right. Thanks for the like, Robbie.
I just hope we get away from those cookie cutter play calling that we saw last season. It's the most infuriating thing ever.
God, I can't.
Well,
we had like on the top 3 running backs in the country, and he averaged like 9 touches a game.
Yeah. Did not know how to use him whatsoever.
Like what?
Well, hey, you're gonna get all you want on run game from what I've heard.
I think so.
Seen. And I mean, we're looking at it. I mean, we got Jace McClellan coming back. Roy Dell is still with us. I don't think he transferred anywhere.
No, he's still here.
And you have
he's going to get a lot of carries this year.
And another one is this 5-star that we just got is coming as a freshman, Justice Haynes.
Justice Haynes and Richard Young's a 5-star.
And Richard
Hey,
Young's.
Fonzie, is that Haynes, that old Steelers fullback? Is that his son?
It might be.
You know what I'm talking about? Veron Haynes,
yeah.
Remember him?
Yeah.
He went to Georgia, so I know this kid's from Georgia. So I don't know. I wonder if that's the same family. Because they said his dad played in the league and went to Georgia, so I was wondering if that was our old Steelers running back.
I'm not seeing anything that says that, but
okay.
I would think that would.
Well, we also have that Jamario Miller. Is that his name?
Yep.
I like that kid. Every time that kid played, the little sliver that he played, I remember just nothing but positive vibes. The way he ran, the way he played, I like that kid.
Yeah, and our running back room is loaded with talent, which, might beg the question, who's going to transfer before the season even starts? Because it will happen.
Think about this. Like Saban just signed one of the greatest recruiting classes of all time and didn't have either coordinator.
Yeah.
Unless those players that he knew that were talking with him, he already said it to them and said you need to keep it quiet. But I don't know. Everybody's got a big mouth.
He didn't even know Reese. Reese didn't emerge until way late in the game.
Yeah, like last week, was it?
Yeah, that was out of nowhere. That's why everybody was having a meltdown because they didn't know where it came from.
First time I hear about it, we signed him, and I'm like, oh, within a week, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah,
Saban was on the beach that day in Florida.
Priorities.
So if he's comfortable, I'm happy.
Yeah,
hey, he deserves a spot on the beach. There's probably some kid down there he heard running about a 4.2 on the sand, and he was like, "Yeah, time to go to the beach, fam. Let's load up."
He's got that pontoon out there.
It's like that little
he's clocking guys.
Yeah.
He goes, roll tide, baby, and he goes, and everybody just takes off.
Like Major League, when a kid runs out, Willie Mays Hayes runs out in his pajamas and runs the 40-yard dash. The guy goes, "Get him a uniform."
Lou
Brown.
I love it.
Get him a uniform.
Oh, I just had a new thing of white walls come in. They're looking really good.
I'll talk to you later. Oh, God, I could do a whole show on Major League.
Oh, such a good movie.
That's a classic movie. Yeah. So, in the meantime, I was down in Baton Rouge this weekend for Bama's 10-point win over LSU. It was not as pretty as a 10-point win should be. We went like the last 8 minutes of the game without scoring. We got 4 free throws because when they were fouling to stop the clock. Other than that, we didn't score a point for like the last literally almost 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
We were up 75-61 and didn't score again until they fouled at like 75-69. And then they fouled to stop the clock, and we hit 2 free throws and then fouled again, and they hit 2 more free throws for a 10-point win. But certainly not the way. What's that?
They kept it interesting until the very end.
Yeah, they had a lot of help from Pat Adams.
How about everybody? Anybody want to talk about the ridiculous technical call on Nate Oates?
For
No.
pointing?
Yeah, even Nate Oates was like, "What?"
I am never. I just sat there and watched that replay at least 6 times. I'm like, what did
I've
he
never
do?
seen anything like this.
What did he do? Nothing.
I've never seen anything like that dude. And
And at one point-
gosh, as soon as I saw him when they came out and all that, and I was like, oh no. Sitting in there, we had really good seats right under the basket. We had there were really good seats, and as soon as I saw him, I just put my head down, shook my head. And Mike was with me, and he was like, that guy hates LSU. And I said, not today, he won't. And sure enough, he called that foul on Bradley, and he was doing like this. And we were all like, what is that call? Like, it wasn't flop. Flop is like that. Flop, they do like this. But he blew the whistle and just was going like this. And we were trying to figure out what in the world the call was. And even Bradley and the guy they called, the guy that he fouled, were laughing about it because they didn't even know what the call was. Like, I didn't know what he was talking about.
Guys,
Or if there was a ball hitting the gym shorts, so I'm like, let's analyze these gym shorts.
Yeah.
30
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord, don't
Ball
bring
hitting
that
the
back,
gym
please,
shorts.
Gosh.
If you look at the air on the gym shorts,
Was that the Creighton game? Was that Creighton game in the
And we
tournament?
lost. Yeah.
yeah, it's the
Lost
one we
that
lost to UCLA.
Was that the one that guy fouled the crap out of Relaford in the last shot?
Yeah.
And no called him. They drilled him like across both arms.
No. The shorts game was against UCLA.
Yeah.
Oh,
years
okay.
ago. Now
Okay,
I do
that was
remember,
the-
hey, I was about to say when you said Relaford, I was like, "Ooh, take me back to 2013, 2014."
Okay, that was the game we lost to UCLA in the tournament. Okay, all right. No, the Relaford game against Creighton. Yeah, that was definitely a clean block, right? The ball landed like 6 feet short of the basket. So yeah, you guys remember when Relaford shoots those air balls that land, halfway to the basket? Clean play.
And then, of course, going back to the technical, Oates was saying, so I can't remember if it was after the game, and correct me if I'm wrong. He says, every time we get you guys, we have to deal with this shit. And I'm like, that sounds like an issue, if that is indeed true. Now, he could have been just, bitching and moaning about the whole call. But from what I've seen, they've called numerous Alabama games over Oates' tenure at Alabama.
Notes.
That is true.
Notes.
It is notes.
Notes the goats.
Notes. Yeah, but that was an atrociously refereed game. Even Auburn got hosed in their game. Somehow they only gave up 46 points and lost. I still don't know how you do that, even though that Willie Green got slaughtered on that shot. Like, and we got fouled like 3 different times on that last shot. I mean, the reffing in the SEC is atrocious. Atrocious.
Yeah. That's why I was worried about the Tennessee game.
Trust me, it'll never
Yes.
happen again.
Road game too. I'm very worried about that game. At least tomorrow night we're at home, so we hopefully won't get Pat Adams tomorrow night either. But
Then we have Auburn Saturday, right?
then Auburn, yeah, that's on the road too. So after tomorrow, we got 2 straight road games, 2 tough road games, Auburn and Tennessee.
Mhm.
I mean,
Be good.
don't
to
be
see
surprised if we go down in one of those.
Hey, if they shoot like they did Saturday, we'll be just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, defensively,
That
we're
ain't-
playing lights
That
out.
ain't gonna happen. Hey, that ain't gonna happen against us. They're gonna come. They're gonna give us their A++
Yeah.
game, and they're going to hit every shot.
I call it the
gonna
Oklahoma
have to-
syndrome.
You predicting another Sooners?
No.
Okay.
I think we'll. I mean, we overlooked.
That will never happen again until the next time we play them.
Sooners
Lord,
are
I
just-
hope not, because if it does happen again this season, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
So there's that. But
That'll be hard to win both those games on the road in a row.
we overlooked Oklahoma.
Sears didn't
guys.
play him
Come
that
on.
well, although he had a couple good threes. Miller had a rough game. Although we're so deep, Namari is finding his stroke, and I'm loving what we're getting from him. And Griffin, man, Ryland Griffin's a beast.
JQ's playing well.
Yeah.
JQ's
I
playing
mean,
well.
Q's playing well. Bradley's hit a wall. Clowney's hit a wall shooting, but he's working his way back. One thing that drives me nuts is how many times like Quinterly or Sears will just drive right at their tall guy and then just try to lay it up, and it just immediately gets blocked every single time. I mean, I think LSU had 9 blocks in that game, and I swear to God, 5 or 6 of them were just one of our 2 short guards going in there to try to lay it up and them just easily swatting it.
Call that the Avery Jones Jr. maneuver, because that was the only
Avery
thing he could
Johnson
do.
Jr. Yeah.
Avery John. God, I can't talk today, guys. I'm sorry. I called him Avery Jones.
Jr. Roy Jones Jr.
Roy Jones
Combination.
Jr. Oh,
Roy
Lord.
Jones Jr. and Avery Johnson.
But yeah, Avery Johnson Jr. The guy could not shoot worth anything. I mean, I'd put my money on it that some of the guys in this podcast right now could shoot better than him. I put it on it. And but all he could do, he was about 5'11", 6 foot, and he tries to go up there and does that drive stuff and get us rocked every time.
I mean, that's what Quinterly probably happened 3 or 4 times at Quinterly Saturday, where he'd cross somebody over, blow right by him, and he'd try to go jelly fam off the glass or a jelly fam, and they would just and going back the other way. And I was like, gosh, man, it's driving me nuts. And I was standing up yelling, and people around me were getting annoyed. And I was
LSU
like,
fans.
sucks for y'all, man. Like I sat down next to this lady. She had an LSU gear on. I sat down next to her. I was wearing my Alabama hoodie with a big red A on the front. And I sat down next to her, and I just immediately looked at her and said, "I'm sorry, you sit next to a BAM today." And she laughed, and she was like, "Well, my husband's an Alabama fan. He's actually down there getting beers." And I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good day." And sure enough, the dude came back, and he sat next to me, and he was pounding beers the whole game, and he and I were just hollering and yelling.
That's awesome.
And Mike was just sitting over there shaking his head. And I was like, "Sorry, dude, this is what we do." But I was very careful not to be inappropriate, because I was a guest, and of Mike's, and there were some kids around, and there were other people around. So when I was yelling stuff, I wasn't being inappropriate or vulgar or anything like that. I was just yelling at the squad. But I was very conscientious not to be inappropriate or vulgar.
If roles were reversed, it wouldn't have happened.
If I'm in my living room by myself, watching it on TV, sometimes I have a little bit different reaction. But like
we need to get Couchcasters merch. That way you can get really vulgar, so you get spotted on TV.
I did make it on the jumbotron for about 25 seconds.
Tell them how many times you and Mike made it on TV this weekend. Tell them.
We got on TV like 3 different times this weekend. We got on the jumbotron at the LSU game. Got on the news clip when we went to the baseball game. And then Mike got on the news when we were at the helping my friend set up for the Mardi Gras ball. I got a friend that lives down there that we helped him set up for the Mardi Gras ball. And so while we were doing that, somebody was there from the news shooting a video, and sure enough, Mike got on the news. So man, we were all over the place. But yeah, I got on the jumbotron for a good 20 seconds probably. I was standing up, popping my shirt.
I wish now that you did have a Couchcasters hat, or we had a Couchcasters hat.
Or some type of sign or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Go like and subscribe.
Jeff,
anyone listening, go give us money so we can buy some merch.
Yeah.
I think it runs about $30 for 20 hats.
Our 3 viewers, please buy our merch.
Please buy our merch.
Both
of you. If you're listening, buy our merch, please.
Both of you. Ma, go buy my merch.
I don't have one on me right now, but I'm telling you, it's out there.
Just Venmo me. It'll come.
I swear. Oh, man, Fonzie say I'm out.
And he's gone.
See, we can't afford good cameras, so we need to buy some merch.
I need a refill.
We need your donations.
Hey, Mr. Scott, I noticed you're away from your desk for 40 seconds. What was going on there?
Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So what time is the game to tip tomorrow night? It's 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Another late game. Guys, things are killing me.
Yeah, it's gonna be 9 o'clock for me. It sucks.
Oh man, Murph be struggling. Be taping his eyelids open.
I gotta move out of this time zone.
Come
You can
on,
work
back.
remote. Come on back home. You can work remote, whatever you do, if it's computers,
Someone
right?
hire me, please. I'm IT anyway. I can do this shit remote
Yeah,
anyway.
you can work remote. You don't have to be in the same city.
Yeah.
What do? We'll get you a job at Alpha. Boom, hired. Just like that. It's done. You start tomorrow.
IT,
I'll let them know.
Hey, IT, no problem. Hey, we'll pay for you to work at home.
Yeah. Just don't work in claims. You won't get to work home claims.
I'm sure I didn't hear about it, but apparently the Tallahassee hospital here got hacked and all of their data is just gone. They've been shut down since Friday.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like my boss, his daughter is a nurse that works there. And, he's been to that hospital. The only thing they could find was something from
Hey,
like
Parker.
15 years ago.
You know who that is, not right?
I do know who that is. Hey, Eric.
Sorry, y'all. That's our buddy Eric at work. During the show last week, we kept getting these comments from Scoop, and I had no idea who in the heck Scoop was. And then we get to work on Monday, and Eric's like, yeah, that was me. I didn't know what to put for my name, so I just put Scoop. I was like, oh, God.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
What's up, Eric? Well, yeah, it's good hires. I'm happy with it. Nate got an extension. Just need to build him an arena. I mean, if you listen to Nate's comments, he's pretty content being in Tuscaloosa. I don't think he's looking to scram anytime soon. He seems pretty content.
He gets
In
for
that
this
town.
new contract extension or the new contract or whatever it is. He'll build himself a house right next to El Papi Sabin on the lake, and he'll be just fine.
Yeah.
It's some nice real estate.
I said, give him whatever he wants, and then build him an arena.
Yes,
It's got all the resources. They'll figure something out. It's gonna take a while, but
It's going to take a while. We'll figure it out, but
I mean, you saw how quick those just here good sports. Well, you came to
you may have
this
tuned into the
point.
wrong channel there, Eric. You may have tuned into the
Sorry,
wrong
Steve,
channel.
You're not gonna get that here.
You're going to get a lot of homerness and
Some terrible takes, but it's okay.
yeah, but they're eyeballs and opinions. We all got them.
Oh man.
Yeah, we all got them. Well, we're gonna do a little bit shorter show tonight. I've got some daddy responsibilities for my children who are gonna be home soon. I've got to do some school responsibilities with them. So, but that's cool. We covered what we wanted to cover tonight. The 2 new coaching hires. I think the trickle down will happen then. Now that some position coaches I think are going to get filled. Now that the main coordinators are locked up, so you'll start to see some spots getting filled heading into January, leading up towards A-Day game.
Did you all see the script leaked for the
February.
Super Bowl?
Did I see the what?
You see the script leaked for the Super Bowl?
Oh, no,
Please
I
tell
didn't
me
see
Philly wins.
that. Please.
They even predicted like the amount of people that attended. It's so good.
Oh, really? Well, that'll work.
look this up.
Yeah, that'll work. Well, it's good seeing you guys, man. We'll reconvene next week. It's a good show, everyone. Thanks for Eric for joining us in the chat. Thanks for those that watched online, for watching on Facebook and YouTube and even Twitch. We had a Twitch viewer. That's pretty cool. Anyway, and I know my son's one of the viewers, so thanks, Jax. Appreciate the support. Appreciate you tuning in. So we got tip tomorrow night, 9 o'clock on Eastern Coast, 8 o'clock Central for Florida, and Giant Gonzalez himself, that Castleton, whatever. Neck Castleton is what I call him. The guy's neck's like 4 feet long. So let's hope Bediako and whoever can give him some problems. He ate up to Sheway the other night. I mean, he just killed him. I mean, just dominated him. So, we'll see. And then Saturday we're at Auburn. That's a tough place to play too. So when we reconvene next week, we'll have two results in the book. So we'll definitely see what's up. We'll definitely see what's up. You guys got anything else you want to add before we disperse for the week?
No, we're in a lull.
Yeah.
Bama basketball
more football
game.
game.
Be mad most of the time.
Yeah, Super Bowl this Sunday. We'll go over that next week too. One more football game. It's a sad day, as fun as Super Bowl Sunday is. It's bittersweet because it
Brady's
means there's
second
no more
retirement.
football. Yeah,
He's not
the
going to
real
join
one.
Fox until like 24, though.
Yeah, I don't blame him for taking some time off and then going back to work.
He retired so quickly and started taking mirror selfies really, really quick.
So bad.
And it
In his
was
underwear.
My man's
Didn't
down
take him
bad.
long.
and the comments were, "Dang, he's now Antonio Brown in this stuff." Damn.
Yeah, I saw that.
I
too.
said, "What?"
Yeah,
But-
AB man, little CTE action.
Oh Lord, that's a story for another day.
Story for another day.
You
But-
saw somebody like grabbed a jar of the sand where he retired and like sold
Yeah,
it.
we're selling it for like $1,000, $1,500, $2,000.
Someone bought it. That's the
Yeah,
worst
somebody. That's the crazier thing. Someone actually bought it.
It does
So
not
dang
surprise
stupid.
me.
I mean, you
It
can
does not-
you can Photoshop anything. So the dude probably just went out and scooped some sand out of his kid's sandbox, hit Photoshop, made himself $5,000.
Welcome to this world.
Welcome to this world. Welcome to this world. Well, all right, gentlemen. If y'all don't have anything else to add, we're gonna wrap it up for the evening. Go, I don't know, go Bama North. I can't say go Eagles, but there's 4 Bama players and a former Bama coach on the Eagles. So if they win, that means Smitty got him a ring, and I think that'd be really awesome. For just to kind of add to this remarkable career he's had, starting with that catch against Georgia in the championship game, all the way up through now he's playing in the Super Bowl. Like, I love me some Smitty, so I hope they win. So Smitty and Jalen, Landon, they all get their rings. Job they all get a ring. So I like to say, I guess I'm wanting the Bama North squad to win.
for sure.
And calling it by name.
That's your
Can't do
workaround.
it. Yeah, it's a
Well-
workaround. I can't do it.
I had all my money on the 49ers.
Yeah.
Brock
Ooh.
Purdy,
That went up in smoke.
Brock Purdy had a little issue. So
Yeah, I'll say.
gotta go with the
49ers.
Eagles. Big Jalen Hurts fan. Yeah, go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Well,
All right, gentlemen. Well, roll tide, and we will see you guys next week.
take
Be
care.
well.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.